Maybe the best part is like when the space that's real space that we're here and now and like regular day-to-day space is somehow lining up in parallel with this kind of imaginative space from, I think it's from when you're a kid, where spaces feel like they're part of a dream or part of a something extra than what is just here. And sculpture is really a way to do that for me now as an adult. Like, you're here, you're in your body, you're in the room, you're in the, like, the thing is in the same space as you, and yet the space is charged in a way that where there's like more stuff in the space than what you can see or talk about. Yeah, so I think I'm going to work in the wood paneled area, and then the piece is going to kind of fill up this whole space. Sticks in the wall good. It's gonna work. There was something about this room that felt like I just wanted to kind of fill up the whole volume, like push against the edges of it, to feel like there's some kind of pressure going on in here. All of this started with the wire drawings. And where a wire is this really delicate line, has hardly any material. Moving from that to making slightly larger structures out of pieces and segments of wood that had more material tactility. But your gaze sort of fluctuates between seeing the negative space and then seeing the material, where usually when you're looking at an object, those are the same thing. Like the form and the material is the same thing. But if you're looking at the wood, you're not really seeing the sculptural form. And to see the sculptural form, you have to ignore all that material. I kind of like that in-between place. And I think it is that the feeling of energy. It's like the feeling of like you're building the thing and that is the thing. There's no translation. It's just all of that record of thinking and making and manipulating. It's all in that object. Figure this out, connect those two, fix that and get rid of that, and then fix that corner. The title I'm thinking of is The Forest for the Trees, which is that idiom, like not being able to see the forest for the trees. And it came up as something, as an expression for how I've just been feeling working in this piece, which is what I even just said, working in this piece, not on this piece. It's the first thing I've ever done that I can't get away from, like seeing it as always being in it. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to see the forest or you're supposed to be able to see the trees. Like I'm not even, I think there's one right way to say that expression, but I like that I don't really get it. And because both are important, like one shouldn't cancel out the other. They're like both true. And I think we tend to privilege the wider picture. We tend to privilege this like omnipotent view of something and to label it and see it and like have the feeling that we understand it because we can be above it or away from it and see it from all sides. But being in it and surrounded by it and not being able to escape it is equally true, and is equally a way of understanding. And ultimately, that's how life is. It's like you might have a fleeting moment of feeling like you can get above it and see what's happening, but like ultimately you're just inside every day without really being able to understand it other than being through it and in it and working little details at a time. And even if you get a sense of things all kind of connecting and making sense, that'll evaporate in a second. Like they're just like these little glimpses of understanding, but really you're just like stuck inside this thing.